Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Grant Harrington.
I'm Avery Harrington.
And we are Gravery.
Aww.
So, this is the story time of the first time Avery and I met. The way we usually tell this to people is she starts and then I chime in at some point. So, Avery, will you please start?
Yeah. So, about a year ago, back in August of 2020, I was at this, house party thing where we were all watching movies.
Because we're film majors, it's what we did.
And everyone kind of got drunk, and I just wanted to leave. And so my friend said that I could go over to their place and stay on their couch if I needed to. And so I took them up on the offer, and I stayed on their couch.
Yes.
And then the next morning...
This is where I chime in. So, I wake up one morning in my apartment, and my roommate's also a film major. I had two roommates. Roommate one was a film major. The other one was a biotech major at the time. He's changed his major since then, I think. Anyways, the film major had a girl stay on our couch one weekend. He had a girlfriend at the time. She's his fiance now, so it was whatever. But it was weird to me that there was a girl on the couch, and so I asked him, I'm like, what is this blonde girl doing on our couch? And he goes, oh, that's just a friend of mine from back home. My girlfriend knows about it. It's not, a weird thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so that was fine. And then the following weekend, there's a brunette girl on our couch. And now I'm like, okay, this is suspicious. It ended up not being suspicious. He was actually just helping a girl out.
I'm the girl.
She was the girl, if you didn't catch up already. He was just helping a girl out who was uncomfortable at a party. And, so I walk out and I'm like, oh, this is weird, another girl on the couch. But I'm nice, so I start making conversation with her, and I find out that she acts, I act, and she does wardrobe. When I found out she did wardrobe, I immediately thought, shoot, my pants. Let me explain. My roommates, I had bought this really cool pair of pants, and they mocked them. But I still thought they were very cool.
They were cool pants.
When I found out that there was a girl who was in wardrobe in our apartment on our couch, I figured I would optimize the opportunity to ask her about my pants and get a real, legitimate opinion on this pair of pants. So I ran in my room, I threw the pants on, and I ran out and I asked her, what do you think about my fancy pants? And she said,
I thought they were awesome.
They were awesome. They were an awesome pair of pants. Anyway, so I felt like I proved my roommates wrong about that pair of pants. And so after that, I had work or something, and so I left. But right before I left, I was like, shoot, wait, I just had a really good conversation with a film person.
Connections.
I don't want to not see that person again. So I ran back in the room, and I said, hey, you should follow me on Instagram at @SupI'mGrant, because I need more film friends.
You loved me.
I did want to see her again and talk to her again, and so I got her connection.
He was in love. How could you not be?
I wouldn't say I was in love.
I'm kidding.
I'm in love now.
You were interested in being my friend.
I was definitely interested
spending
in being
time with me.
Yeah, I didn't want that to be the last interaction we had because it was such a cool interaction.
Yeah, not just because it was film stuff, but also it was apparent that you and I got along very well.
I could go for another cup of that tea.
Aww.
So that was the first time we met.
Yeah.
The second time we met
was the next morning. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sunday.
so she had stayed the night on the couch again because they'd stayed up late editing something for school, and I didn't know that. So I had gotten up really early to go to work again, and she was on the couch with a blanket completely covering her, and I nearly sat on her. And I was like, shoot, dude, there's somebody under this blanket. She had it covering her head. I couldn't see her under there.
I woke up when you almost sat on me, though.
I didn't know she woke up, but I had to make myself breakfast anyway, and I knew that was going to be loud. So I'm like, I'm going to bite the bullet and wake her up. I'll make her some breakfast, too. So I made
Well, you thought that the breakfast, like the clanking,
the sizzling.
stuff.
I made eggs and bacon and toast. And I made
My little chef.
I made breakfast for two. And then she proceeded to pretend to be asleep the whole time.
Well, it would have been awkward.
You
'Cause the
explain your
morning-
side of it.
Well, the morning before, I had woken up and I had thought that the guy that I knew was out in the kitchen, but it was actually the third roommate. And I was like, "Oh, hey!" First roommate's name. And the guy looked at me and was like, "That's a different person." So I just kind of like curled back up. So then Sunday morning when you were making breakfast,
She didn't want to have the same interaction twice.
exactly. And so I like turned around then when you were eating breakfast and saw you, but you were like already done. And so
Yeah, so I ate the breakfast for two by myself. Good
That's
times,
two.
good times. So that was the second interaction we had.
And the third one I think is probably like the sweetest.
Yeah, so she had my Instagram and she messaged me a couple times and we had some good text. But then the third time we met was my roommate invited several people over for a little apartment viewing of Hacksaw Ridge. And Avery and I talked through the whole movie. The main character is
Played by Andrew Garfield.
played by
but his
Andrew
name
Garfield.
Is Desmond T. Doss.
Yeah, the person that the film's based on's name is Desmond T.
It's
Doss.
based on a true story.
And
I was fascinated by the history behind
Yeah,
it.
he grew up where I'm from. Like, there's a highway named after him, which was just really cool.
Yeah.
Um,
And so like, as we were watching the movie, I was researching all the little details. And I don't know, I find people's lives fascinating, and
yeah, and I don't usually talk through movies, but
especially not with all the people that were there.
yeah. But she was just so interesting about what she was looking up that I talked through the whole movie.
I
which-
think that my passion for, like, what I was researching and the fact that I was so enthralled by it kind of caused you to,
Yeah.
yeah.
Be
Makes
interested.
sense? Yeah.
So we talked through the whole movie, and that was our third interaction. Our fourth interaction was
Either that night or the next.
yeah, I can't
remember.
exactly remember. I'd have
You
to
have
look
it
at my
written
journal.
down.
I wrote it down somewhere. I journal. She needed a ride home from our apartment, and my roommate was kind of busy, and so I was like, I'll drive her home. And on the way back, she goes, "Man, I'm really hungry." And I go, "Oh, well, I grew up here. I know the town pretty well. You want to go get some food?" And I look to my left, and there's like a Long John Silver's, and I eat pretty healthy, and I didn't want greasy food at the time.
Yeah, and from my experience, I'd just been hanging out with a lot of people. So I did college very young, and so this was only my second semester. And so I had been hanging out with a lot of older people, and they all just wanted greasy, fast food, gross, like,
Not me.
not my style.
Or her. So this was like a little...
And I feel like it was a little test to see, like,
It was a good connection. It was like, oh shoot, we both want to eat healthy food. Yeah, I look to her and I go, I don't want to... You want to eat something healthy? I don't want greasy food right now. And she goes, yeah. And it was just
I was
a little
so
sweet
thankful
moment.
that you weren't just another one of the, like, gross. I think that also speaks to the fact that, like, you're very tidy and cleanly. And, like, I don't know. I appreciate a man who takes care of himself.
The only problem was that it was 11 o'clock at night, and so there was only fast food open. So we drove all the way around town looking for food.
They showed me the town.
And then I remembered, oh shoot, it's August. Wendy's has my favorite salad during the summer, the strawberry summer salad at Wendy's. And so I went to Wendy's to get that salad, and they were out of strawberries. So we got an avocado salad instead.
Yeah, the Southwest chicken, avocado chicken.
Yeah, Southwest avocado chicken
And
salad.
we split it.
And we split it.
So good.
And it was
Scrumptious.
really good. And then I took her back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the story of the first couple times we met. Before we started dating.
Yeah. I mean, that was what? We met Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 4 days.
First 4 days we knew each other.
And then I guess we started dating, like,
After that, at some
the
point.
next day? Or
Yeah.
2 days later? Something
Anyways,
like
that's the story time of how we met. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Now we're married.
Leave a like or don't. Leave a comment
No,
with
I
your
think they should.
favorite Van Gogh painting is. This is a
Ooh.
cool Van Gogh cup that I painted a while back.
I like that. And if you've been to the Van Gogh exhibit, because I think
There are
we
a couple
both
of
really
them.
want to go. I think it's traveling, is what it is.
Oh, it's very cool. Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.